first hole here at the Hootie Series at Lancaster Golf Course. This is my home course, so I know it pretty well. And it's going to be nice playing the whites because we usually don't play this high up, so I have a lot of wedges into these greens, so let's have a fun round. First drive, kind of figuring out some things with my swing on the range beforehand with that, but we got it in the fairway. We're just off the fairway. And then here we got pretty lucky. We thinned it right, but we ended up being pretty much pin high, just barely off the green, so we got lucky. Really focusing on speed on this putt. Didn't really get to putt much on the practice greens, and these greens are very different, so I hit it a little hard, but I read that putt and used that to make this one coming back. So kind of a weird par to start, but 4 is on the scorecard. Second hole here is a short downhill par 5. Especially playing from these white tees, man, a lot of these holes can be really gettable. Really good drive, probably one of my best ones of the day. I love this tee shot. I always pipe this one, so good swing. Here I believe I had only about a 4-iron to get up near the green. Caught it good, just kind of pushed it out to the right. Really working on getting my hands higher. Taking the input from the last tournament, Shira. Here was a tough shot because I'm kind of short-sighted on the right and I had like a 40-yard shot. Just didn't quite catch it, caught a little thin, low on the face. That's a tough shot, but not the look I want for birdie on this short par 5. But here I'm really focusing on speed because I know that once it goes past the hole, it'll kind of take off. As you can see, it did. So I have some work left for my par. Definitely got to work on adjusting to these greens quicker during the round. But we really took our time with this putt and we drained it for our par. Third hole. This tee shot isn't too tough. It actually fits my natural draw, so I'm just aiming at that tree over there on the right. You can see in the middle of the fairway, and I actually end up piping this one as well. I'm glad I'm figuring out these things with my swing and the driver. Only had about, I believe, less than 110, so I had a sandwich in my hand. I caught this one good. I went at it. Came up well short though, so I should have just took extra club and choked down on it and took a normal swing. But here was a really good chip. As in my mind, I'm actually trying to make this, so I'm really happy with how close this came. Just a stress-free up and down for par. And we are even through the first 3 holes as a good start. Not too tricky par 3. There's 2 bunkers obviously surrounding the green, and I ended up tugging it a little bit into the left one. Good strike. Good swing. Really had to be careful with this lie. My bunker shots were really good the last tournament, so I was confident with this. Really good effort out of the bunker here, leaving myself about 3 feet for par. Really taking my time with these little ones. And I found this tip that really helps me. I've stopped actually lining, I've used 2 lines in my ball to help my face stay square and just focus more on the putt itself, trying to make it. Here I pushed my drive out a little bit to the right, but other than that we were good. I've had this shot a lot. Just had to get something back out and play. Nice little 4-iron off that lie. And here I had about 6 yards downhill. I've been working on this shot with my sand wedge. It's really gotten better. I thought this would actually roll out a little bit more, but honestly anything on the green for me is a good thing with the wedges. And then here I have about like 25 feet. Not a very good line, but I'm focusing mainly on speed because I don't want to have some work left for my par. But we're still even, just honestly playing really boring golf, which is the kind of golf I love playing because it's super stress-free and it doesn't really require much mentally. Here I clubbed down, taking 4-iron. The people in my group ended up taking like fairway woods, and they were flirting with that water. So I didn't want to have a weird yardage into this green, especially since it's kind of a tough one. So I was okay with taking like a full pitching wedge here, which I believe I did have. And then if anything, the miss on this hole is outright. Like, there's just so many bad spots to miss. So if anything, I'm trying to miss in that spot. Obviously still trying to hit the green, but I got through this one pretty good on the green. Flirting a little bit, almost spun it back into the water, but good wedge shot, especially on this tough green. So I'm glad we're putting for birdie. And then here it's a lengthy birdie putt. We're really not trying to make it. Obviously we are, but we're really prioritizing speed. And then again, another really, like, I guess calm hole, an easy par. You don't need to play lights out golf to break 40, or at least break 80 on 18 holes. And here it's really nice actually being up in these tees. I caught this one a little thin, but I had the right club, and we are in the middle of the green, so can't really complain. And this green is a little weird because there's like a spine in the middle, but again, just experience with this course, knowing that really helps too today to play this round. And then again, just got the job done. The 2 putts have been good. I've had pretty much 2 putts on every hole, no 3 putts, so a lot of positives, a lot of good things coming out of this round so far. And then here on this 8th hole, this tee shot is really tight with these trees. I actually tugged it a little bit left, but I ended up rolling through a lot of the, I guess, the rough. So I only had about 130-ish. I just took a 9-iron, tried to keep it low underneath this tree. I actually ended up being a really good shot from this position. I like these kind of shots. They're fun. I like being creative with them, and it's really doesn't take that much effort to hit a little punch. But have a good look at birdie, trying to make it. Not really the best read as far as line, but good enough speed to secure our par. In my head, I kind of know that I'm on track to shoot my best 9 ever, but I'm not really trying to let that bother me. I'm taking 5 wood, just trying to play that little draw. This actually ended up being perfect right over those trees on the right. But like I said, I know where I am, but I'm not letting it affect me, and I know that I can keep playing this good round. And here I think it kind of let it get to me. Just really bad swing, low, thin out to the right. I'm kind of lucky with where it ended up. This green has 2 tiers. It's an okay bunker shot. It's actually not that bad, but that's what my look is for par. So I know I have to make this to shoot even, but honestly, I'm not mad with shooting 1 over on this front 9. I mean, it's not from the tees I normally play, but it's just good to look at these kind of moments and realize that, hey, you can play good golf. It doesn't really take that much to put together a good round or a good score. Onto this back 9, longer par 4, uphill drive, but pretty open, so I'm not afraid to swing away. Kind of pushed this one a little bit out to the right, but I got through it good, hit it good. But I'm flirting with those trees over there on the right. And then here I just did not have the right club. There were some roots around my ball. It wasn't affecting, obviously, my stance or my lie or anything, but it was a little hard off of that grass. So I ended up being very short, actually, in that left bunker, which is a really hard shot. I'm gonna have to ask Bryson how to teach me to hit these longer bunker shots, because this barely got on the green. I mean, not bad. We're on the green putting for par, but here's where I guess I get a little too aggressive trying to make this putt for par, and I don't judge the speed right, and I ended up hitting it pretty far past. And even this putt, if I barely miss it, is a little scary. So I'm trying to make it just barely. I kind of know, like, yeah, it's not going in. So dumb little 3-putt. But here it's kind of weird because, like I said earlier, I'm playing the white tees. I don't really know what these yardages are. I hit driver, I end up hitting it good, and I think I'm fine. I see the ball land in the fairway. It actually ends up going through the fairway into the trees, which is a little bit of a bummer. But I mean, I have a pretty straight angle at the green. I don't have much left, so I'm just trying to get something up on the green. Kind of got robbed. I just barely clipped the tree, but I mean, I'm in a good position to get up and down. I've really been working on this chip here, just the gap wedge off that tight lie, kind of that using the green. I'm really happy with how my short game has evolved as of recent. And here I thought I had this. I had the perfect line, I just didn't hit it. So kind of a bummer of a bogey considering I didn't really hit a bad shot on that hole. I just made the wrong decisions. And in here, I don't have the length to obviously drive this green. Other kids can, so I'm just taking through it here, trying to play something up the left side of the fairway. Kind of that low draw, which honestly I don't mind. I know, like, that's kind of my miss, but end up being fine in the fairway. I've gotten better at, I think I strengthened my grip before this tournament because I knew at Shirai it was way too weak. Just coming up short. I think I should have took more club and just tried to hit something. I actually took out the 5-wood here. I felt more comfortable putting it. Not a bad effort, honestly. It was just kind of weird because I barely had any green to work with, and I didn't want to take like a lob wedge or just have something like a cute little chip off that tight lie. So I got close enough with the 5-wood, tapping par. Well, not really tapping par, but you get what I mean. And here this hole plays a little longer, so I had a 5-iron in my hand, and this is probably the best like struck iron I hit all day. I actually ended up hitting it a little too far. I think it landed pin high and just rolled out a little bit. But here I'm on this downslope. If I get it past the pin and it takes off, I have like 20 feet back up the hill. So if anything, I'm thinking just leave it short. Left it a little too short. But it's a pretty straightforward putt. Got out of here with the par. And here, a shortish par 5. It's definitely gettable. I can get there in 2. Missing right is hazard and out of bounds, so I'm just trying to play that nice draw that I've always been playing. So this was a really good drive right down the middle. Looking better with that finish, higher hands. Here I had 7-iron. This was like a go at it swing, like don't hold back. Just remember like all the things I've been working on. This is a really good iron shot here. Getting something up on the green in 2. Feels weird. It feels weird hitting a 7-iron into a par 5, but everybody else is out here too. And here I have a lengthy lag putt, so I'm really just trying to get something close for a birdie. Honestly, not a bad putt. A little work left, but I really pay attention to my buddy in my group, what his putt did. So this was a little tricky one because it kind of broke like 2 ways. Pretty straight though, but we're making birdies. Another longer-ish par 3. Definitely don't want to miss short. I just took the club that would get me to the middle of the green. I went right at this pin, actually. Didn't really quite catch it. It was good enough, but I ended up just being a little bit short. But again, not much work left. I could putt it like you see. So I'm just trying to get something close. My proximity to the hole has been a lot closer today around these greens, even when I do miss them. And I think that's why I've been getting up and down more often, which is a good thing to take note of. And here on this par 5, it's a reward to hit driver and hit a good drive, and I did hit a good drive. I was trying to hit a fade up around the trees. It kind of went dead straight. Almost went through the fairway, but we ended up being fine. Again, I could have took 3-wood, but honestly, driver, I would have been rewarded more. And then here, ball's below my feet. I think it's gonna go right. It's tough because you can't even see the green from your second shot. So I got a little too cute with this tree, and it bounced out 90 degrees right, which it's kind of a bummer, but oh well. I still have a wedge in my hand into this green, so it's just tough because I still can't see it, so I don't really know where I'm aiming. I tugged this one pretty far left, and I have this kind of not necessarily fluffy lie, but it's kind of sitting up weird in this dry grass. But I actually hit a pretty good shot considering where I was not having a ton of green to work with. So it sucks to have that as my look for par, but just one bad swing, actually 2 bad swings in this hole is why we made bogey. So we're putting a good round together here today. Second to last hole. I really like this drive. This is probably one of my best ones of the day. I love this 3-wood. I love this like shape of this hole. It just fits my draw so well. This is a fun little home course out here. I only had lob wedge in. I actually kind of piped it, but I did not catch it. I'm still working on these new things in my swing, and I barely hit the green from about 80 yards. So now I have this really lengthy lag putt to secure a par after that monster drive, which is basically the definition of my golf game right now. But it's getting better, slowly but surely. I did not hit this putt nearly hard enough as I should have. I still have like 15 feet. I took my time reading this one, and I kind of willed it in. If it didn't go in, it would have been testy coming back. But good way to finish off that hole. Here, missing right is really bad. I've never actually missed this far left in this hole. I just kind of started down the middle of the fairway, and it drew a little too much. I ended up being in these trees on the left. So I really had to focus here on this gap and just really commit to the line that I wanted to hit through these trees. I got lucky, got it out. We're in the short grass, and I'm really focusing on trying to get up and down here. Lengthy kind of chip, kind of not necessarily a flop, but I had to open it up a little bit to get something to stop here. But I'm really committing to the things I've been practicing and learning. It actually ended up being a really good shot, one of my best chips of the day, leaving myself a not much work left for par. So really good round, tying my personal best, having my best 9 I've ever had. So really good round.